Hey guys, it's Spencer here, and I wanted to talk about something kind of serious. I'm playing around with more serious issues, and I usually leave that for my blog, but I might as well try it out here. If there's any idea that in my head that's been kind of trendy that I've been really focusing on or attributing a lot to, I think it's the idea of identity, especially at my age and probably your age if you're watching this. Any age, really, people are really seeking to establish themselves and really seeking to establish their identities. And that's something that's really important, but the problem is, and I think where a lot of conflict arises, is in grasping onto these shallow ideas of identity and holding too tightly onto them. When you have one person who says, this is who I am, and this is what's important to me, and the other person, this is not who I am, and they could either say, well, obviously I am not important to you, and get offended, or they say, I am somebody different, who you are is not important to me. So you have these, that's where the back and forth comes from. But I think it's really, really subconscious. I don't think people realize when they do that. You can trace a lot of conflicts to that when you look at how I identify with myself. Like, I am this, this, and this. And if you don't fall into any of these, or if you don't think any of those are important, then you're telling me that I'm not important as a person. And nobody wants to hear that. Now, this isn't to defend assholes. This isn't to say that anybody who hates is justified, and that's something that we all need to be very careful of. If something offends you, you have to take a look into that. Take a deep look into what offends you and ask yourself, why does it offend you? See what truths there are in that. As ridiculous as it may be, there may be some truth. Now, both people, the attacker and the defender, could be completely full of shit. I don't think it's anyone's position to say who's full of shit and who's not full of shit, except for yourself, to an extent, considering that there are a lot of self-deprecating people are out there. If you have a firm identity, then people can see it in the way that you interact with them. People can see it in the way that you treat people and just how you live your life. Now, the problem, I guess, with this idea, as much as I've been thinking about it and as much as I really like where it's going, I don't really have a conclusion. I would love to sit here and say, okay, so this is how you should develop yourself as a person. The things that you should identify with in order not to have these like shallow grasps on who you are. But I don't know. I think relationships are really important, love is really important, art's really important, and that's just sort of these deeper themes and these expressions, and maybe your identity is more abstract. It goes way beyond anything that you just are or anything that you just do. But that's leaves this as sort of a half-finished idea, or a supposed problem with no solution, which does really no good. It started somewhere good, and I think it could lead somewhere, and I would love to continue this. So if you guys have any thoughts on this, please let me know, please comment on it. If you think there's a common theme or something that universally everybody could identify with in order to build ourselves up and to not be so insecure, I guess to avoid all this conflict that stems from identity, then let me know that too. Let's continue this discussion, let's see where it leads. I know there's a very eclectic group of people that are on the internet right now that could be watching this, and I would love to hear about your experiences. I'd love to hear about what you identify with, what you think is important, what you would like to hopefully become one day, who you would like to become one day. So let me know, and I really hope to hear from you guys. Thank you very much for listening to me rant, and I will be seeing you guys again sometime. Have a great day.